G'day cobbers, welcome back to the bush. In this video we'll be doing a teardown of the Road Chef versus the Travel Buddy, and we're going to work out why the Road Chef has better performance than the Travel Buddy. Is it just the insulation in the door, and what's the quality of the componentry like inside? Now if you haven't seen that video, there's a link up in the description, so check that out. Now these things are riveted together, so I've got my trusty Makita and we're going to open them up. Alright, so this is my own personal Travel Buddy, and this Road Chef has been lent to me by Rory of Somerville Metalworks, and he actually knows that I'm going to tear it apart. This won't be a surprise for Rory. If you want trays and whatnot, insulated door mods for your Travel Buddy, or perhaps even a Road Chef style positive engagement over centre latch for your Travel Buddy, he sells all that sort of stuff, so go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description. Let's get into the opening. And that's the last of it. Let's see if we can get the front off. As you can see, we're covered with insulation. And hopefully we've got enough flex to run the lead out the back. So we'll just put the insulation to the side. And now we've got that one apart, we'll pull apart the Travel Buddy and we'll do the comparison. Okay, let's see if we can get the front off this one. Now, as you would expect, we're seeing lots of insulation. And we've got insulation running down both sides. An extra one in the bottom, and one that wraps right over the top. So the amount of insulation in between the two is pretty much identical. But let's check out the componentry inside. Again, here we have the Road Safe and here we have the Travel Buddy. Now on top you'll be able to see the thermostat, and it's pretty much mounted in the same spot on each unit. But we'll turn the units around so you can have a look at the workings. Right, now when we look at the internals of the Road Chef, this is the element. So this is the part that does all the heating. You can actually see it's starting to heat effect there a bit. This one here, and it's just the mechanical timer. And here, of course, is the thermostat control. Now, all your wiring in here has heat insulated coverings on it. It's all zip tied up. This will no doubt be a piece of nichrome wire in here that's just heated up with the 12 volt. All your terminations look really good. The quality of the unit and the internals looks to be as good as anything else I've seen. So let's compare that with the Travel Buddy. So the Travel Buddy's element is of an identical size, and actually the orientation of the nichrome wire in here, as you can probably see here in the darker shaded parts, is identical. When it comes to the wiring, I assume that it's just a high temperature wire. There's no actual extra sheath on top. So that's a positive to the Road Chef and not to the Travel Buddy. And your connections here, there are heat insulation on some of them, but not all of them. So again, that's a positive to the Road Chef as opposed to the Travel Buddy. I'd assume, though I can't see on there anywhere, they should be high temperature wires. The only heat insulation on the wires, high temperature wires, are the ones running to the element themselves. So internally, to be honest with you, the quality of the unit, as far as manufacturer and bits and pieces have gone into there, I've got to give it to the Road Chef. The wiring's neater. They've used high temperature wire. They haven't cheaped out on still quality, but not high temperature wire. The terminations are better. The insulation is roughly the same on the inside, except with the Road Chef, they use insulation in the door, and that's probably where the extra performance is coming from. Alright guys, so we've had a good look inside the Travel Buddy. Now what we haven't tested is the quality of the insulation, though I couldn't see an issue with the quality in either of them. They are different insulation, but their thermal properties, well, we haven't tested those. But by going by the performance of the Road Chef versus the Travel Buddy, it's somewhat similar. So what do we say in conclusion? Look guys, this is obviously using imported parts to manufacture. They're not Australian made parts, and so is the Road Chef, though the Road Chef is wholly manufactured and imported from overseas, whereas the Travel Buddy, whilst made from imported bits and pieces and Australian content of course, is put together in Bendigo, Victoria. As far as quality is concerned, if I were just to look at these and show no bias whatsoever, honestly, the manufacturer and quality control of the Road Chef is better than the Travel Buddy. Now, just as before guys, I'm a patriot as much as the next person. I would much have preferred to see the Travel Buddy in both performance and manufacturer leaps and bounds ahead of the Road Chef, but the evidence is overwhelming. The Road Chef in performance and quality of manufacture is the better unit. Now again, what I hope this does is spurs on Crystal Air, the manufacturer down in Bendigo, in my home state of Victoria, to come to the table, bring out Travel Buddy Mark II, which will, in terms of performance and build quality, way surpass the Road Chef and take back the rightful mantle as the #1 12-volt oven for the back of your four-wheel drive. Now guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give it the old thumbs up, and if you didn't, by all means, give it a thumbs down twice. Thanks guys. I better leave these on the healing bench and hopefully they get fixed up. See you in the next one. What can we say in conclusion? Oh, it's killing me.
I don't know, what can you say?
Okay.